Hi, this is Shannon Davis, a broker at Call It Close International Realty, and welcome to a home buyer's journey. Congratulations in taking the first step to decide to become a homeowner, whether this is an exciting time or a little bit of nervous time. Either way, I am here to smooth out the bumpiness that may be in our road on this home journey. Before we get out there and start looking at houses, I know it's exciting, but let's look at 3 critical points. 1, credit history. Download Credit Karma or any other app that will allow you to review your credit score and background information about what may have been said about you negatively on your credit report. Budget. Look at your budget. We will have a quick estimate on exactly how much house you can afford. We're going to plan it. I can deliver an Excel spreadsheet to you, or we can go old school with the pen and paper. Either way, let's decide the debt to equity ratio that is needed for the type of mortgage program that you will be on. Pre-approval. You have had communications with banks or mortgage companies. They have a host of programs and loan options that will suit your need, from FHA loans to conventional loans. There are also USDA programs that will have 100% financing. Let's think about and let's look at those as well. You are a buyer. I am a buyer's agent. Before we even look at anything, let's look at our fiduciary duties that is owed to you from me. When I was in the pre-licensing class, there was an acronym to help me remember it, and it was called OCAR. O, obedience. L, loyalty. D, diligence. C, confidentiality. A, accounting. And R, reasonable care. These are all of the things that each and every realtor is required by law to give you. But that only occurs when there is an agreement in place. This is called a buyer's agent agreement. There are 4 different types of agreements. 1, exclusive. 2, non-exclusive. 3, dual agency. And 4, dual agent. The predominant buyer's agent agreement that is used is called an exclusive agreement. That means that we work diligently together to ensure that all your needs are met. If there are no agreements in place, the selling agent has the most power. As of July 1st, 2024, these agreements will be necessary prior to scheduling and showing of a property. According to North Carolina law, if you do not have a signed buyer's agent agreement, the prior list of fiduciary duties may be compromised, and it will be in the favor of the seller's agent. My commitment to you: research. As a licensed realtor in North Carolina, I have purchased access to several MLS services and systems. They give me a lot of information about the property, but I use other resources in order to discover things that may be coming in and out of the area. Scheduling. Using the Showing Time app to schedule and access all properties. It also keeps up with all of the properties we have visited. I also give feedback to the various listing agents on what may have occurred during our visit. Travel. Coordinating travel is very important to ensure that you arrive at the listed appointment. If there are any inconsistencies or you are having issues with car for any reason, I'll be glad to pick you up and take you to this particular location. A walkthrough. It is important for us to perform a walkthrough. Before I even walk into the door, I take a full spectrum of the entire house and everything around it. I'm looking at the HVAC system, the yard, the foundation, and taking a gander at the roof. If necessary, I will pull out my drone to get a better look at it. We have decided on a house. The offer is now needed. What does that entail? It is a 2T contract. It is an offer contract that describes everything you want the seller to provide you with the transfer of that home. It includes also your due diligence fee. The due diligence fee is non-refundable, and it allows the seller to take the home off of the market, so you can hire a home inspector to look at all of the utilities of that particular property. During this time, you will deliver an earnest money deposit to the law firm that will hold this money in escrow to the day of closing. If for any reason you decide you do not want to move forward with the purchase of this property during the due diligence period, your earnest money is refunded back to you, not the due diligence fee. Closing. What does closing entail? How do we get to the closing day? The law firm will and may require a lot of information from you in order to ensure that there aren't any encumbrances on the property. The bank or whoever you've decided to get the loan from will do a deep dive into your financial history. They may ask for paychecks, pay stubs, they may ask for tax returns, they may ask for a valid ID. All of these is necessary to get to the point where we have the law firm that gives us that email that says clear to close. I love hearing clear to close. On closing day, there are some things that I will do for you. Before we even walk in that door, I will do a final walkthrough on the property to make sure that anything that we have requested in the offer to purchase contract is inside of that property. This may be a refrigerator, it may be a stove, it may be a chandelier. If it was communicated in the contract, it should still be there. The next thing, additional funds. If the law firm asks for you to provide additional funds for closing, it may come in the form of a certified check or a money order. No cash, no personal checks. If they ask for the wiring of funds because of a high dollar amount, they will send you a secure and confidential email. They will also call you because there are scammers out there. We want to make sure that you don't get scammed and your money shows up inside of the law firm's account. The closing day also requires me to communicate with the seller to ensure that you have the keys to move into your new home. What is required of you? Contact all of the utility companies to make sure that you have power, running water, and anything else that is needed for you to move comfortably into your new home. Communicate with the moving company. Some moving companies are paid by the hour. We do not want them to sit there waiting for you and incur a huge bill. If necessary, talk to your schools, let them know that you have a change of address, especially if a bus transportation system is in place. They will not have your child on that roster. Lastly, talk to the post office and communicate to them that you have a new address and your mail needs to be forwarded. Prior to closing out this entire file and our journey, I need the following documentation signed: the WWRE form, the general disclosure form, the sample 2T offer form, the mineral oil and gas rights form, RESPA, the Residential Property and Owners Association disclosure statement, and I will have them inside of a digital folder where you will have access for 5 years. According to NAR, we must keep all of your documents and communications inside of this folder for no less than 5 years. Thank you so much for choosing to work with me, and hopefully I will have the key to unlocking your new home. Have a great day.